Katharine, the Duchess of Kent, has passed away at the age of 92. Buckingham Palace releasing a statement confirming she died at her home in Kensington Palace.
Katharine, the Duchess of Kent, lived most of her life away from the spotlight of the royal family. She quietly observed many secrets that people rarely discussed. She made a surprising confession before she died at 92, shocking the monarchy. Buckingham Palace confirmed her passing at her home in Kensington Palace. Her revelation supports long-standing rumors about Queen Camilla that the palace tried to deny. The situation is troubling, and the royal family has responded quickly. Respect or rebellion? Queen Camilla made her first public appearance after Duchess Catherine's death at the Braemar gathering. People talked about her outfit, not her actions or words. Traditionally, royals wear all black during mourning to show respect. For example, Princess Kate wore a full black suit at the Women's Rugby World Cup 2025, and Duchess Sophie also dressed in black for her events in Canada. King Charles chose an all-black outfit under his tartan kilt at the Highland Games to honor the moment. However, Camilla chose a bright blue dress and a green beret, which stood out in a mourning context. She only wore a black armband, a subtle way to show grief without going all black. Reactions varied. Some people felt that as queen consort, she should have dressed like the others to show respect. They thought her bright outfit seemed inappropriate during such a serious time. They believe all black is essential for proper mourning. On the other hand, supporters argued that the black armband is a classic alternative, especially for outdoor or less formal events. They believed her outfit was still classy and showed a modern take on tradition, respecting the occasion without being too strict. Some even called it refreshing, suggesting she balanced tradition with her personal style. This discussion highlights a larger conversation about the monarchy. Should it stick to old traditions, or can it adapt while still honoring the basics? Ultimately, Camilla's outfit sparked conversation, a common outcome of royal fashion. Whether people liked it for being unique or criticized it for bending rules, her look at Braemar became the focus of attention. Camilla's choice shows that royal clothing carries meaning, expectations, and messages. There's also buzz about whether her outfit could be viewed as a protest against Katharine for confirming rumors about her. However, we still don't know all the details of what Katharine shared. Camilla's rumored influence on William and Kate's breakup. The love story of Prince William and Catherine Middleton, now the Prince and Princess of Wales, has always felt like a modern fairy tale. But in 2007, it took a surprising turn when they broke up after dating for several years. Many people expected them to get engaged, so the split surprised everyone. Adding to the drama, royal writer Christopher Anderson claimed Queen Camilla played a role in it. She apparently had doubts about Kate and the Middleton family, questioning if their middle-class background fit the royal family. Having worked hard to gain acceptance herself, Camilla, who comes from an aristocratic background, reportedly believed they were not royal material. Anderson suggested that this doubt affected William during that difficult time. Even though they later got back together and married, this breakup remains a fascinating chapter in their story. The rumor is that Camilla encouraged her husband, Prince Charles, to tell William he needed to commit to Kate or end things before it went on too long. Charles has often relied on Camilla's advice as he navigated his public image, so he likely took her thoughts to heart. Whether he directly passed this to William made Camilla seem like a behind-the-scenes influencer in the young prince's love life. What is intriguing is how this situation mirrors Camilla's own past. Her previous relationship with Andrew Parker Bowles lasted long until family pressure finally pushed him to propose. Some people think Camilla was projecting her experience onto William, believing he needed the same encouragement instead of letting things drag on. William and Kate were also dealing with their own challenges, being in their 20s, under intense scrutiny, and figuring out their lives. The media pressure on Kate, the royal expectations on William, and their uncertainties all played a part. The suggestion that Camilla heightened those tensions by involving Charles makes her hard to overlook in this story. Writer Katie Nicholl later mentioned that William sought advice from his dad and his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, as doubts crept in. They both told him to take his time and not rush into marriage. But if Anderson is correct, Camilla's advice was more pressing. He needed to decide quickly. The difference between Elizabeth's calm advice and Camilla's alleged push shows the mixed signals William faced back then. Kate's breakup was likely very painful, but she handled it gracefully, without any public breakdowns or signs of desperation. This poise helped improve her reputation. William realized what he risked losing, and they got together even stronger. By 2010, he proposed, and in 2011, their beautiful wedding captivated the world. Yet, the question of Camilla's role in the 2007 breakup lingers as a fascinating side story in royal history. Did she really create doubts and persuade Charles? Or was she just an easy target, given her complicated position in the family? We may never know for sure, but it's clear that her influence was felt during a key moment in William and Kate's journey. Unfortunately, this was not the only rumor about Camilla that Catherine allegedly confirmed. What other gossip did she reportedly support? Let's explore the details of Camilla's feud with the Princess of Wales. Queen Camilla's relentless grip on power. Life as a royal may seem glamorous with crowns, fancy cars, and constant prestige, but it can be pretty messy behind that shiny exterior. This is clear when looking at Queen Camilla's rise to power and her ongoing tension with Catherine, the Princess of Wales. For years, Camilla has been viewed as a survivor and a clever strategist. She faced public backlash during Diana's reign and finally earned her crown next to King Charles. However, according to Christopher Anderson in his book Game of Crowns, Camilla does not see Kate as a supporter but as a competitor. He suggests that there is some jealousy and a power struggle. He calls it a showdown between two future queens, both wanting public approval, which is vital in the monarchy. After waiting so long for acceptance, Camilla knows how significant popularity is. Kate, with her fresh appeal, quickly became a strong rival. The rivalry resurfaced when King Charles was diagnosed with cancer, making throne discussions more urgent. Sources say Camilla was not happy about possibly stepping down sooner than planned. One source told US Weekly, "She has always wanted to be queen, so she doesn't want to let it go so fast." After facing so many challenges and finally getting what she dreamed of, the thought of giving it up, especially to Kate, who represents the future, must feel like losing a hard-won victory. Camilla's strength is her resilience. She has bounced back from scandals and rebuilt her image to claim her place in the royal family. But time is a challenge. When William becomes king, Kate will become queen consort, and Camilla's role will likely shrink. For someone who worked hard for her crown, that must be tough to accept. Yet, their relationship isn't only about rivalry. In 2022, Camilla surprised many by asking Kate to take her photo for the cover of Country Life magazine. The relaxed garden shoot was fun, and Camilla described it as a lovely way of doing it. This moment showed a different side of their relationship, perhaps mutual respect or at least an understanding of their shared duties as royals. While some may think it was just for show, it highlights that Camilla is not stepping back easily. She has spent her life reaching this position, and she intends to hold on. Balancing competition and teamwork could shape their relationship and the monarchy's future. Before her death, Katharine, the Duchess of Kent, confirmed some rumors about Camilla that surprised the royal family. Could this be serious enough to have been part of her final message? Let's explore Catharine's last days more. Catharine's last chapter. Catherine last appeared publicly on October 9, 2024, at her husband's 89th birthday celebration. People who saw her that day admired her quiet grace, not knowing it would be her final appearance. Less than a year later, on September 4, 2025, she passed away peacefully at Kensington Palace, where she had lived for much of her later life. She was 92 years old. The next day, Buckingham Palace announced her death, which profoundly affected the UK. Flags flew at half-mast at royal places and government buildings, showing the nation's sorrow. The royal household declared an official mourning period until her funeral, allowing family and the public to reflect. They opened an online condolence book on the royal website, and thousands of messages came in, filled with thanks, love, and sadness. People remembered her poise, kindness, and how she blended quiet faith with her duties. For many, losing her was not just about a royal figure, but a farewell to a gentle person who shaped decades of change. In the days following, her coffin rested in a private chapel at Kensington Palace, where family and close friends could say goodbye before the public ceremonies began. Plans were made for her coffin to move to Westminster Cathedral's Lady Chapel on September 15th. This would include a traditional Catholic ceremony called the Reception of the Body, welcoming her coffin into the church. Her coffin would stay overnight, allowing mourners and clergy to gather for prayers, a quiet time of reflection before the leading service. The funeral on September 16th would feature a whole Requiem Mass. This was significant as it marked Britain's first modern Royal Catholic funeral. It represented a lot considering the UK monarchy's connection to the Church of England since the 1500s. Honoring a senior royal with Catholic rites attracted worldwide attention from religious groups and historians. After the service, she would be buried at Frogmore's Royal Burial Ground, a calm, meaningful place that has long been the resting spot for royals. Frogmore's peaceful atmosphere felt just right for someone as dignified as Catherine. Her passing was not just a family loss. It was a moment for the nation to pause and reflect. Her life of faith, tradition, and quiet service ended with a farewell that connected centuries, leaving a lasting legacy. Though she was the oldest living royal at her death, many people still talk about her. What legacy did she leave for the royal family? Let's explore the details of a truly unique life. A legacy of faith, grace, and humanity. Catherine, the Duchess of Kent, led a simple and bright life in the British royal family. She was married to Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, the grandson of King George V, which gave her an essential role in the monarchy. Despite her status, she valued humility and simplicity over fame, leaving behind a respected legacy. A critical moment in her life came in 1994 when she converted to Catholicism. This was a bold choice because of strict rules against Catholicism in the royal family set by the 1701 Act of Settlement. She was one of the few modern royals to make this choice, showing that her personal beliefs were more important to her than tradition or public opinion. For over 30 years, she was a beloved presence at Wimbledon. Millions watched her present the ladies' singles trophy each summer. What made her special wasn't just the ceremony. It was her genuine warmth, kindness, and compassion. Players remembered her for genuinely caring, smiling sincerely, and treating them with respect. Music was a big part of her life. She sang in choirs and held honorary roles in music groups. She connected with artists and children. Unlike many royals who avoided hands-on work, she taught music at a primary school in Kingston upon Hull under the name Mrs. Kent. She fit in well, showing her true passion for music and supporting young talent. In 2004, she co-founded Future Talent, a charity that helps musically gifted children from challenging backgrounds. She believed that everyone should have the chance to reach their potential, and she gave many children the opportunity to follow their dreams. After Queen Elizabeth II's death in 2022, Catherine became the oldest living royal, marking her long time in the family. She passed away on September 4, 2025, just before her 92nd birthday. Besides music and faith, she supported essential causes. She patronized the Royal Ulster Constabulary George Cross Benevolent Fund, which helps police officers and their families in Northern Ireland. This showed her caring and responsible nature. Catherine may not have sought the spotlight like other royals, but her warmth, relatable nature, and quiet impact touched the monarchy and everyday people. Her story is one of quiet strength and actual grace. What do you think about Catherine's humble life? Can the feud between Camilla and Kate ever end? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.